All right, and we are back. And piggybacking off the last video where I talked about how to make gold, at least how I make gold, let's jump into sliming and why sliming is important for new game players, mid-game players, and the like. And the reason is because every week Monster Super League gives you 1,000 free gems to take your gold and turn it into gems. So the reason why gold is important is, well, you need to know how to make it so you can at least get 1,000 free gems. Now, as it has been said, it depends on how much you play Monster Super League that you come here and do this, because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is a very tedious task. Now, in the gold video, I paused on the gold dungeon, and I have made a PSA talking about this little button on the gold dungeon that you run every single day and why you don't want to push this button. When we talk about sliming, it is going out and capturing 16 one-star Astromon. Doesn't have to be the slimes, but it's just the slimes are the easiest one. It's in the first stage, etc., etc. The reason is because the gold dungeon gives you 90% of the gold you need to do this once, which gives you 100 gems. So the reason why this is a waste of 100 gems is you just got done getting the gold to make 100 gems, and they are now charging you the 100 gems to do this again. So you're not gaining any ground when you do that, and that's how I have talked about it in the past. So just be aware, unless you don't need, you just desperately need, gold to level up another gem that you're really working on, and even then I would tell you just go run and play the game all day. You'll make the gold out of this. Do not hit this button. It's a waste of 100 gems, because again, every single day Monster Super League gives you 90% of the gold to make 100 gems, and you could do that every single day and make 100 gems for free using your gold in the game. Now let's talk about sliming and how to go about it. As I said before, we're going to be going into the Phantom Forest, and we are going to be capturing these little one-star slimes. They're the easiest ones to capture. We need 16 of them to make 100 gems. Now, like I said, you can get 1,000 free gems a week, and it's by doing the quests, by going through the evolutions, doing Evo 1 to Evo 2, Evo 2 to Evo 3. And we complete those quests, and you will get 100 gems. The reason why this is tedious is, in order to do that for 1 week, you need to capture 160 of these little buggers. And I will tell you right now, I don't even do this myself anymore, even though I should. It is a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. For you early game players and mid game players, sliming and getting up your gems with this way is kind of crucial, so you can have the gems ready to summon, when a Primo Festival comes around for an Astromon you may want, etc., etc. But I've already kind of gotten this going, but I want to talk about how I run it. And there's no reason to run it on any other difficulty other than normal, besides saving your energy here. You're not going to be running this to complete it. If you so choose to complete it, obviously do it on like the gold bonus, get a little bit more gold out of it, why not? You will have to, because again, the gold dungeon only gives you 300,000 gold. You are going to have to make up the 30,000 gold somewhere by playing the game. But you can do that very easily, and not even running 20 minutes on an extreme level, selling the gems, you can make that gold very, very quickly. So again, just to talk about it, we don't need to run extreme. It's a waste of energy, especially if this is what you're doing. You're only focusing on sliming. Just run it on normal, capture the slime, and again, it doesn't matter what level you pick, you're just going to be capturing the one-star slime anyway. For me though, I'll click the EXP bonus stage, and I'm going to take 1 second to talk about your capture rate. For sliming, this is where capture rate is important, outside of capture festivals and things like that. Capture rate is going to help you get these slimes that much quicker. The other thing to talk about is we get a capture rate bonus on the weekends. You get a 15% capture rate on Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays. So those are the prime times to go out there and capture. However, if you remember what I just said, you only have the week before you get a reset on your gems. So you can very well burn yourself out trying to capture 160 Astromon in one day. You can do it. I've done it. I used to do it all the time, but I will tell you right now, it is a very tedious thing. Put on some music and go for it. You could, but that's why I use the gold dungeon as a way to, spread it out. Do your gold dungeon, go slime, be done for the day. That's 100 gems you just made, and then the next day, right? And somewhere along the line, you're gonna have to slime an extra 3 times before the weekly reset. So I would just use your gold dungeon as a way to spread out your sliming so you don't get burned out like I obviously did to myself with this, but I digress. So we're gonna come in here. I only need 1 more slime, so I'm just gonna come in here and capture it. And again, working on your capture rate eventually, I think, is going to be a good. It's just going to be good for the account in general, but again, you're gonna need gold for that. So going out there, doing your dailies, doing your bingo, your Apex battles, and then just running extreme for everything else is what you want. So we just come in here. Again, I have max capture rate and the 15% because of the weekend, so we can just capture this, hopefully on the first go. And we got it. And again, we're not even bothering to keep going. Obviously, if you're just starting, you're going to want to go until you're out of capture chips and then reset. But for me, we just need 1 more, so we give up. I don't need to continue this. And we go on, and even just running this is giving you gold, right? So that's always a positive. Now we can just come back to the airship, and I've already got another set to go through, but we'll just use the ones we caught. Sort these out, and here we are. Now this is where, again, I've already done the math for you guys, and the math comes out to around 330,000 gold to slime once. So that's for 100 free gems by converting your gold into gems. Going from here, though, this is where we're going to what I call preload the Astromons. This is just going to be easier for you as you do this. When you get evolving Astromon, you'll learn why this is important and how you don't lose any gems by doing this. So we're going to preload all 4 of the Astromon we need, just like so. We're going to add all of them in here. And again, if you're keeping track of the gold we're spending, it's 30,000 for each of these. So this is 120,000 gold we just spent to preload these 4 Astromon. Now, this is where it's important. When you evolve them from Evo 1 to Evo 2, so this process right now, when we go here to get them to the Evo 2 and we see the little cutscene and blah, 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 we come back out. You always need to come back out and go to your ships, to your quests, go to challenges, and here is the free gems that you are going to get. These do not stack, and I can't emphasize that enough for you guys. They stopped letting these stack on top of each other. They used to stack for different variants and regulars, so you could kind of make more, not more gems, but you could do this. But these do not stack, so you have to come out here every single time and get your 10 gems. And yes, this is again part of the tedious, is I have to sort now and come back out here. And we didn't used to have a sort button, so you had to scroll through these. But you'll see me diligently come in here. We're going to evolve, skip through this, and always go back out for your Evo 2 gems. So those, again, keeping track here. We're at 20 free gems. We're at around, what is that, 60,000 then gold spent on the evolution. So we're doing it again. There was 90,000, and here's our 30 gems. And now for the last one, this is where you can take advantage of this, and this is just to save time. So here's our last little bit. This is going to be for 120,000 on top, so we've spent 240,000 gems. We've made it here. Now that was for Evolution 2. You can right now load up, and you're going to spend here another 90,000 gems, which brings you up to the 330,000. You can do this and evolve it into your Evolution 3, and you're not going to lose gems because the quest to go from Evolution 2 to Evolution 3 is its own quest. So I don't have to come out here, and you see we've got there's our 40 gems. So this is for the last Evolution 2, and as it says, evolve an Astromon in Evolution 3. It's its own quest. So right there is our 100 free gems from doing the quest. And so that is sliming in a nutshell. You just need to go out there, capture 16 slimes, and turn around and turn the gold that you make going out there and just playing the game. And again, I can't stress it enough because I don't want you guys to get burnt out with sliming as I have, because even trying to space it out, for me, it's still one of those things. But go out there, use your gold dungeon as that, catalyst. You're getting 300,000 free gold. Go out there, capture your slimes, make up the 30,000 gold by doing something. Again, Apex Battles gives you so much gold too, so you should be able to refill your gold to be able to do this every single day. Just remember, you'll have to do this, 3 extra times a week to get your cap, and you will get capped. The game will tell you when you can't get any more gems from Evolution. It will tell you you are done every single time that you do it. So don't worry. If you, try to go over it, the game will stop you. But with that all said, hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, comments, put it down below. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and I will see you all in the next video.